Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft. So we are in a lovely little box that I have built at sky limit. If we check our F3 here, we're at 253. This block is actually 256, so I'm not entirely sure how that's supposed to work. Because if this is 253, that would be 254. Or sorry, 255. You can't build above this block. At least I'm pretty sure I made it so you can't build above that block. Anyway, doesn't really matter. We're near sky limit, and you can see that our temperature here is 5 degrees, and we are early spring. And I have basically AFK'd over the winter. Let's just call it how it is. I AFK'd over the winter. And this stuff has not decayed that much. Most of the stuff we've eaten, and some of it has decayed. This seaweed does not decay very fast. So this works really, really well. We are also pretty far south. Ooh. Oh, I thought for a second I wasn't going to catch that. We're pretty far south, so we didn't really get any, well, we didn't get any snow, at least to my knowledge. I didn't see any. There was snow up there, but down here didn't get below freezing. And how is this doing? Not ready. But you are. Haha! We have rice. I know you're ready, you've been ready for a while, and you guys are not ready. So this actually works out really well. There's only one plant that popped off, and that was the sugarcane, which I don't think actually has really any use. Let's just keep a couple jutes planted. So we're going to do some planting, because now that it's spring, I should be able to plant everything without too much of a hassle. Let's throw that in there. Over here. This thatch is kind of funny and kind of awkward. Alright, so what we want here. Jute. Gonna plant... let's do 4 jute there. Cabbage. I'm just gonna do 1 cabbage, because we don't really have a lot of cabbage. I'll do 1 carrot. I'm not actually paying attention to where anything is. Like, we can't see, not that I could even show you with this, but unless your skills, you have to be, I think, an expert at agriculture in order to actually see really anything. Jute I've done. Let's do some maize, some potatoes. I really want to get more soybeans. So I'm going to do this entire row as soybeans, because soybeans are a really easy protein to get. And let's do 4 potatoes. And yeah, 4 corn. 4 corn is good. And I'm not going to bother with sugarcane, actually. Red bell peppers. Let's do 4 of those. I want wheat. Wheat is something that we really need. Yeah, I'll stick with 5 wheat. And let's do however many barley that was. Let's do a couple onions. Separate our things with onions. I'm not doing this in any particular order or plan or anything. Let's do a couple garlic beside the onions, because they go together. Never have garlic without the onions. And so many oats. I'm just going to fill this up with oats. Fuck that. Who doesn't love oats? And tomatoes? And I don't even remember what this was. But this is all going to be rye. Because why the hell not? Let's do another... Yeah, do another row of that and another row of oats. Because I want to use the oats to actually feed these guys. We figured out, well, I say we, but it was Witten. Witten figured out how to get these guys sheared. I can't remember if I mentioned that the last time. He was feeding these guys, and I have to say, I don't really understand the logic behind it. You know, having an animal that can tell you what you can and cannot do to it. And I was thinking about that today, because today we went to get our cat shaved, which he looks adorable, but he didn't want to be shaved. He was all, no, 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 and we were all like, tough shit, you're getting it done anyway. I've been on a farm where they're shearing sheep and milking cows. The cows and sheep don't get a say in the matter. You know, it's not, hey sheep, would you like to be sheared? Oh no, sir. No, Mr. Farmer, I don't want to be sheared. It's quite simply, fuck you, you're getting sheared. So I'm not sure how that kind of works, I guess. But whatever. Not a fan of it, but I will live within the confines. I get the need to feed them though. I do get that. Even though they do eat the grass, so they're kind of self-fed. But whatever. Whatever. Damn, this thing's tall. And you also see something else that I built. Or started to build. I have started on the storage room. This I'm probably going to move, and I'll probably move it over top of the storage room, so this will be cold storage. And I kind of find it funny that you go up to get colder, and go down and you get warmer. But that does work. That's kind of logical in real life, but also not. Yes, up does get colder to a point. And down does get warmer, but only once you reach a certain area. You know, if any of you have been in a cellar with a cold storage, you probably know that when you go underground, it tends to get cooler, or at least more temperate, until you get so far down that, you know, you're hitting the heat of the Earth's core, which I don't think many people do. Let's be honest. Not a common thing. So, this guy here is... Got the torches out. Boop, boop. This is what we've got. This is about, what, an hour and a half of mining out the smooth stone. They have really increased the hardness of the smooth stone. It's insane. It's like 3 times harder, possibly more, than just your regular, I guess, raw stone. It's nuts. It's absolutely freaking nuts. I don't actually need these torches. I've got these here. Well, these side ones here I've got for looks. Those ones I actually have for light, because down here, these pumpkins, they light up everything. I still haven't put on a new texture pack. Whatever. Anyway, so I'm not sure how I feel about the floor. I'm kind of leery on it. It doesn't look bad, but I'm not sure how I feel about it. Especially since I was thinking I kind of would like a basement area. I was almost thinking of making this like a tower that goes up and down. But I think that might be a little much. Like, let's not get overly ambitious right now. God damn it. I am having trouble jumping. There we go. It seems like it might be a little overly ambitious. With the amount of hours we put into this, if we were on vanilla, yeah, we totally could have. But on TerraFirmaCraft, not so much. I've also got to figure out roof. I was almost thinking just putting a thatch roof over top, but for now I'm thinking, why bother? Like, why bother with thatch when I can just leave it as is? And I get the exact same results, except, you know, the lack of rain with thatch. Hello! And there's a cow over there. I don't remember that cow being there. But what do you guys want? Oh, you want to dance? You want to dance? Oh, shit. I'm not a very graceful dancer. Alright. And Witten has been collecting wood, which I really should get off my butt and do. But, nah, I said but twice. Yeah, that's really all I got. It's all I got, and I don't want to do anything when it's dark out. At times like these, I would sleep, but we only have a crappy bed, and we can't sleep in it, which sucks. You also notice that I have put up some lights. I went and spaced these out, so there's only like so many spaces that mobs can spawn. Like if I hit F7, you can see the mob spawning crap. Not that that really matters around here, simply because we're always here. So this place is protected by the spawn protection thingy. I gotta eat my sandwich. Make myself a new sandwich. Ooh. You can see the difference. Like, this stuff is just gone. Just a gone. I should do... Oh, that one? Bread doesn't decay much. Anyway, either way, here's another nice little thing. A nice little thing that was shown or mentioned to me in the comments. If you have a knife in your inventory and you press D, it will actually remove the decay from all of your food, which is awesome. That wasn't working for me for some reason at first, and I don't know exactly why. I don't know. Another one you can do is if you have multiples of the same type, you just press S, and that will stack them. Which I can't show right now because I don't have anything. Alright. Anyway, I'm going to cut it here and we will wait till day. Welcome back. So, I decided I should make some more copper and molds. That's it. Those are the words I'm looking for. And, of course, I didn't bring the lighter out. Got it. I got this. I got this. I think. There it is. Got it. Let's get this sorted. Boop. 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 There we go. Got it in 3. Or, as some may say, 3rd time's a charm. Alright, so let's grab this. I got this andesite, and I can't exactly remember where I found the andesite. I think it's over that way somewhere. I don't know. Whoa. I probably shouldn't go too far, but I know roughly how long that'll be. So, let's head over this way to where I was digging out that, I almost called it scale. At least I'm getting closer. I'm not calling it diorite anymore. This is the area that I have been working in. You can see here, if you look down, you can see where the collapse has happened. You know, there's some cobble down there, which you can't really see. Where's the best? There we go. You can see the cobble down there. This place is dangerous. Oh, so dangerous. And this is actually where I was working. I was digging in there, and I got a collapse that collapsed all the way over here. Well, actually... over there... Where was it? Where's the cow? There's the cow. Yeah. Over there. I came down over there somewhere, and I came across this with the, cave cow. And I collapsed over there. Yeah, I came down here, which is just the other side of that ravine. I just come over there, and it collapsed. But this whole area has collapsed. That's huge. That is absolutely massive of an area to collapse. I just can't fathom how badly that fell. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Anyway, let's head over here. And draw on a mark. Ow. Crap. I should have drank something before I came down here, because now I gotta go back up. And something I've learned is that smart moving actually allows you to climb up the one-rung ladders, or the split ladders? Split ladders. I'm gonna call it split ladders. I don't really know what to call it, but I'm gonna call it split ladders. I could also go down this way, if I so desired. There's a zombie somewhere around here. I don't know where. I'm guessing back there. Whatever. So, yeah. Yeah, it's right here is where I was digging. It's just... I had finished digging out the smooth stone that I was going to do. But I wanted regular stone so that I could make the bricks. So I was doing this. Innocent enough. Innocent enough. And it collapsed. Whoa. It all collapsed. I was here. I actually dug... I think it was this block here. The one that's missing, obviously. Or this one. Doesn't really matter. And this collapsed. It's just like, what the... they were usually within the same area, at least. So they have really, really ramped up the whole collapsing thing. So, I don't know why I brought the chisel. I don't actually want the smooth stone. I want the blocks, the rocks, the pebbles, the stones, whatever. So, getting the collapses is actually a good thing, except when you're so high up. When you're so high up, you end up getting the gravel falling. And the gravel falling is a pain. And I should, if I was smart, I would just go down and do this. Maybe do 2x2. Yeah, 2x2 might be better. Let's go down. And I don't even know if I'll find anything down here, but I don't have a prospector pick on me, so... Because honestly, I'm not actually looking for any iron or, well, any ore. I want the stone. That's all I want. And this shit, this gneiss, is hideous. It's absolutely hideous. Worst stone ever thought of. Just gross. Should never exist. Okay, maybe it should. Maybe I'm over-exaggerating. I just don't like it. Oh! What do we have here? Probably saltpeter. Oh, just as good. Gypsum. Hooray. Oh, and andesite. Okay. So, yeah, we're pretty much at the bottom of the barrel here. Let's do that. Oop. Whatever. Not a big deal. Up we go. Up we go. Great way to conserve ladders. Really is. And then I can go back. Let's do that. There. Beautiful. And now we can get up. we can get up and down like a boss. And down we go. So I'm going to end up taking out all of this gypsum because, you know, that's useful shit. Emphasis on the shit. I really hope that there isn't a lot of, or there isn't any caves beneath me, because I am afraid that this will collapse beneath me. And then it does that. So this is actually really good for getting more rocks. You dig below, and you dig from the bottom up. And the larger area you have, the larger chance you have of getting a collapse. I don't know how true that is specifically, but I think that it's true enough for the purposes of what I'm doing. Because basically, if you only have a 2x2, you're going to... Ah, Jesus! Scared the crap out of... Oh, God. Oh, my God. That made me poop a little. I pooped my pants. But, as you can see, I got a lot more cobble. And if you're wondering why I want the collapses to get the cobble, it's because the cobble is a guaranteed 4. You're guaranteed 4 of the rocks. When you put it in here, you get 4. When you break the smooth stone or the raw stone, you can get between, I think it's none and 3. So it's more efficient, because I'm pretty sure that it just changes the raw stone into cobble. That's quite literally all it does when you do this. Is it just raw stone to cobble? Like, what do I have here? So I have 51. Now I have 54, and that was 2 blocks. So in 2 blocks, I got 3 stones. What's this? 56. So it's much better, I guess, to have it collapse. You get a lot more of the stones out of it. And there we go. I got out of the way and didn't take any damage. And as you saw there, it just basically turned them all to the cobble. So it kind of substantiates my claim, which is delightful. I love it when I'm right. Now, I don't think I could really go much higher. 1, I don't think I can reach. And 2, if I do, we're talking getting rid of the, only way out that I have. Yeah, don't want to get rid of the only way out I have. It's kind of my only way out. And I don't think I have enough ladders to get to the top of the ravine. I really don't. Now, the downside with this is that... and of course, I'm still going up. There we go. The downside of this is it does take longer to break the cobble than it does to break the raw stone. The plus side is that it gives you more. So it's kind of it's a hit or miss. I personally believe that it's a hit. It's well worth it. But, you might not. Boop. And I should eat my sandwich. Damn it. Don't throw your sandwich on the ground, guy. Eat it. Put it in your belly. I need to get better sandwiches. And of course, I'm getting low on protein. My proteins start going. Although it does seem like every time I log in, that's reset. Which is really weird, because I have yet to eat dairy. We can't milk those cows yet. So, I don't really know. Oh, and what I was talking about with the smooth stone. Like, if we break this, it goes pretty quick. And we break this. That's like 4 times longer. That's insane. It's like they don't want you to have the smooth stone. Maybe it's just a copper pick thing. Oh, that was a good clip, but scares the crap out of me. What's funny is it's actually the noise that scares me, because it's so damn loud. Actually, in this version they had the different... I could turn that down. Look at that. Look at me being all smart and not stupid. Okay, no, I'm pretty stupid. Yeah, I don't know. But, anyway, so I got my cat shaved today. Yeah, that was great. He loves getting shaved. He really does. As soon as you put him in the car, he wails like a baby. When you take him, or when you bring him in to get him shaved, he bitches and moans and hisses and spits and sputters. And then when you get him home, he's great. He loves it. He loves having less fur. And he looks adorable because we put a little pom-pom on the end of his tail. I pretty much talk about my cat getting shaved every single time. And I think only once I've ever shown a picture of my cat after he's been shaved. I don't recall if I ever uploaded a video. Did I have a video in the last time? I can't remember if I had a video in my last cat shave discussion of him in the car. I know I took the video. I think I did have the video on there of him wailing like a baby. Just screaming. It's kind of funny, but, you know, mildly ear-splitting when you have to listen to it forever. At least now I don't have to drive for, you know, half hour to get him to where he's gonna get shaved. Small wins. Small wins. But whatever. He was really well behaved. He's always well behaved. He's a good boy. He doesn't bite anyone. Today he did bite me, and that was primarily my fault because I was holding his head and my thumb was right at his mouth, and he did his little bitch and also moved his head at the same time, and my thumb went into his mouth when he closed it. Now, I have done that on purpose before when he yawns. And what he does is he opens his mouth and closes his mouth in rapid succession. Wow, words. And kind of uses his tongue to try to spit my finger out. But in this particular case, he was in such a panic, he just bit. And he just, like... each time he was closing his mouth, he would bite a little bit harder and a little bit harder and a little bit harder. So I had to rip my thumb out of his mouth. If he had bit any harder, if I had not got it out as soon as I did, he definitely would have drawn blood. And that would have been not so good. Not really bad, but not particularly good. Hey, thanks. Thanks, guy. Thanks. So this is actually being very, very lucrative. Anyway, I think I'm going to end it here. I think I've kind of talked enough about my cat. But yeah, he didn't draw blood. Let's just leave it at that. He did not draw blood. And it's also one of the few times that I'm willing to actually forgive him. He gets a free rein. He can claw me and he can bite me all he wants when he's getting shaved or at the vet. He's allowed. I will allow him to do that. Any other time? No. Nope, I don't put up with that shit. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, or add me to your Google Plus circles. I also have a Patreon campaign going on. Feel free to support me on there if you so desire. And if you want to see more, click that subscribe button.